Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. rocketmoney.com/kindafunny.
If you want to get our shows ad-free and our exclusive shows, go to patreon.com/kindafunny.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to a Kind of Funny Gamescast for Tuesday, January 27, 2026. I'm one of your show hosts, Snowbike Mike, and today I am joined alongside my best friend.
I'm mad at you.
Oh, I still...
You're mad at me?
I'm mad at you.
Because I want you to know that I received many DMs about starting a Valorant team. And the Snowbike Mike and the Jabroni boys are looking forward to the next season to be joining the Valorant Premier League.
I just, I took a nap yesterday and I woke up and I was like, man, I'm so excited to play high guard with a good friend of mine.
Yep.
Get on. Mike's already playing with Hang Time.
The Hang Time boys.
He's playing with Bolin and he's playing with Grayson.
And not only that, when I asked him this morning, it was off camera too. I was like, "Did you play more high guard?" He said, "Yeah, I did." He's like, "I played with the Hang Time guys." Like, oh, he's like, "Yeah, I needed them chirping. I needed them talking." Chirping. He was like, "Blessing Andy, too quiet." So it wasn't even like you were napping. It was whatever. It was a specific choice because he's not happy with your performance on microphone, which I've heard a lot from your subs, but it's crazy to hear from your friend.
From your subs.
Got it for you.
Got him. And that's Greg Miller over there. Greg Miller
I'm mad at everybody on the show.
Played a new Witcher game.
We're
gonna talk about that.
We're going to talk about that.
Played a new Witcher game. Greg, how you feeling?
Feeling great, Mike.
You're very busy.
I'm on 4 shows today.
My man Greg Miller's killing it for y'all. He's going above.
That's happening. You got Bless on assignment. You're going on assignment.
I go on assignment at 5 o'clock, and I'm still out here having a good time.
That's what I like to see.
Friends. Okay.
Andy had a flight today at 5 o'clock. You know what he said? I can't come in. Got to rest.
I got a new idea for Uber. You ready for this? Talked about it last night. Okay.
I've been waiting for a business plan.
Well, no, this was on. Was this the stream?
We might talk about it.
Yesterday.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. I love getting in an Uber, and I'm excited for a good conversation.
Yeah, you are,
because you never know where it could go.
Yeah.
You get to learn about somebody, you get to hear about their life.
Right.
It's always exciting. But you know what I'm bored of? Me and Andy, we had a really long LA drive in an Uber, right? I don't do well staring at the phone for a long period of time while the car's in motion.
Sure.
I get a little motion sick.
Yeah.
It's more like my head gets a little sideways on that.
Got to open the window.
And it's like, I would like to drive.
Mike wants
here's
to drive
my
the car.
proposition.
That's called a rental car.
Well, I just want you to drive the car to me. You sit in the back, I drive, maybe a little light conversation. And then when I arrive, I get out of the car, you take it, go your own way. I don't need a rental car because then we got to go through everything.
Yeah.
Paperwork, you got to check if there's
A lot of red
it.
tape.
A lot of talking.
Do Zipcar.
I want you to bring the car to me, sit in the back, I drive it to wherever I need to go. Then you get in the front, you go.
I mean, just a flip-flop on the whole idea. Why don't you just be an Uber driver? Why don't you just first off, people stream all the time from their cars. Be the Uber, stream an Uber driver.
Well, this is me just needing when the Uber comes. I like to be a little more active. I want to be behind the steering wheel.
Sure.
That's my new thing. I'm gonna. You know what? Today when I take an Uber, I'm gonna ask.
I was about to say.
Man, you think I can drive?
You know the moments where there's a large group of people, but maybe a smaller car is ordered.
Yeah.
And you look at the front seat and you go, I want Mike to go, do you mind? And he's like, no, you could say it. It's like, no, do you mind if I drive and you sit? Do you mind if we sit spot?
What is the over-under chance and likelihood that I get into an Uber and I say, hey, my man, would you like me to drive? Maybe you could take a little chill in the back seat.
I think you can.
Newspaper, relax.
I think you can talk people into doing a lot of weird.
Crazy.
Like the other day, Roger was mentioning how, you slipped a guy some more money to get a service quicker. And
tipped him well.
And then Roger brought up, which we've also brought up in the past, and Blessing brought up one point of like, man, white privilege is really working for Mike all the time.
It's a confidence. It's a care for your service industry employees. It was a $20 bill.
Yep.
I tipped him 10 because I had $10 in my pocket.
Gotta do
the
it.
man lit up because cash is king. A lot of card jabronis out there. Bust out the cash, okay? Cash is king still. Remember that, okay? And boom, he was pumped up. And that's what I'm talking about.
I almost said cream rules everything around me. Cash rules everything about me.
You know what rules everything around me, Greg Miller?
What's that?
Video games, especially new video games. And you have played a new Witcher game, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment because, of course, if you are watching live, be a part of the show by super chatting on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. And remember, we couldn't do this without you. So thank you to all of our best friends over on Patreon, and thank you to our Patreon producers from patreon.com/kindoffunny. Thank you to Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. Guys, let's get into it. Let's bring up topic of the show.
Tots.
Today's topic of the show, Greg, you've been playing a new Witcher game. I need to know all about it. Can you tell me, what is this Witcher game, Greg?
This is Reigns the Witcher. Are you familiar with Reigns?
I've never heard of Reigns.
Reigns, this, by my count, I've heard of Reigns.
Okay.
I've never dabbled in Reigns.
Oh,
They've done a game
okay.
of, have you played it before?
No, I thought you had dabbled in the old one.
No. So Reigns has been around a while. By my count, off their website, this is their 6th version of Reigns, because there's Reigns, and then there's Reigns for Majesty, Reigns
How's
Game of
that
Thrones.
spelled, Greg?
Reigns, like you're holding the reins, like you're a reign as a king. I think the initial game begins with the idea that you are on the throne and you need to make decisions for your kingdom and see how long you can last. Weeks ago now, I was hit up by our friends in PR, and they said, hey, we got a new game coming out that's going to be based off an IP. Do you want to get embargoed about it? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then it turned out to be The Witcher, and I was like, oh, interesting. And so as you see it go here, this is the gameplay. If you're an audio listener, click on over. This is Steam and its mobile devices. But the idea is that it is a narrative choice-based game that plays a lot like Tinder. So the idea here is that Dandelion is telling your stories. Of course, I expect you know a little bit about Witcher, but if you don't, that's your bard telling stories of the one and only Geralt of Rivia, and going through all the different conversations, happenstance. Your idea here is how long can you stay alive as the Witcher? When we get to the end of this trailer again, and they show the gameplay of it, you see at the top 4 different icons. These represent your reputation with non-humans, with sorcerers, with another magic user, and then it's also your commitment to like battling a beast. If you go back, like perfect, right there. If you can stop or pause. The little icons let you know how you're doing with these different environments or people. And then as you make your choices, those go up or down. If you were to empty one or fill it all the way, that's when you're in trouble. The idea here is spinning the plates and keeping it in balance as you go through this narrative to survive longer. Because if you go and you piss off all the sorcerers by making friends with all the humans and doing all the human requests, right? The sorcerers get mad. They'll put a hex on you. They'll hang you. They'll do this. Again, these are stories Dandelion's telling. So the in-worlds idea here is that Geralt's over there watching or whatever and just listening to him at a bar tell these stories that may or may not happen, just like the show, just like the game, Witcher 3 is at least where I know it from, right? But it is this game, and again, they've been around before. I've played 90 minutes of this, by the way. This is a preview very much. That I think came along at a perfect time for me. I am constantly looking on my phone for something to do that is a video game, but isn't that much time consuming, right? And also gets me away from the black hole of hell that is social media.
Doom scrolling. I
keep moving different things down to my home bar to take the place of Instagram or whatever, right? I brought down Audible. I bring down my e-reader. I'll bring down the New York Times, like just to get me out of that to go do something. But then everywhere I go, there's just more horrible things happening. And so a game will be there for a while, but inevitably I burn out. Pokemon Go will get put into the cycle and come on down there. For me, wanting to play games often comes with I'm sitting there on the couch with Ben and he's watching a cartoon. And for him with games, we're like, okay, screen time's limited in terms of when you can play games in the afternoon. Usually he has a cartoon while he eats breakfast or whatever, right? And so he doesn't care about me being on my phone for emails or running through Slack or whatever. But if I was playing an actual game, if I'm playing Pokemon Go, Ben wants to play Pokemon Go. And so to have this, again, when you see it popped up, but if you're an audio listener, as you look at it on the device, you have the 4 icons at the top, but then you have the narrative blurb, the person you're there to help or, answer their thing for. And like for mine right now, it says, this is a brand new game of starting.
Yeah, read it out to us.
Hey, killer, there's a succubus luring peasants into the forest. She's quite ... tempting. Make her leave. And this is Burgrave Marquis of Denzel. He's a nobleman, right? So I can swipe to the left, talk her into leaving, and I can swipe to the right, return her head. And as it goes, it'll show me at the top via dots which ones it's going to affect. Now, it doesn't necessarily tell you positive or negative. Down at the bottom, you see there's cards that you have here that influence each. It's kind of roguelite, right? Where each one of these runs is Dandelion could tell you the same story with the same ideas, but when you go in and have the 3 cards at the bottom, you have different stuff equipped. So like right now I have Geralt gains unpredictable profit powers. Some jealous magic users are easier to upset. The next one is the vermin. Rats everywhere. Sorcerers are grossed out and easier to upset. I'm not in a good way with sorcerers in this run. Monsters have rights too. Geralt upsets people more easily, right? So it's this idea of like, there's cards I can have that'll show me like, oh, whatever choice you make with a sorcerer will tell you actually the plus or minus of what you're going to get from it and run through. But it's this idea of the narrative going, and then at the bottom as well, like talking about, okay, cool, here's how many days you've lasted. You see it really briefly in the trailer we watched there too. There's the swiping thing, but almost inevitably in my limited experience with this, and of course being a new Reigns fan, I would say, it builds to a battle where you see what looks to be like a grid thing with a little Geralt hopping around, right, back and forth. The idea here is, and I am dog shit at it, is that you have your attacker at the top of the screen and Geralt at the bottom of the screen, right? And as it hops across, you need to get him in the right position to catch his swords to then fight back against the dragon and take a heart off. We're blocking it. There's hearts
it's almost like Frogger almost.
A little bit, yeah, no, 100%.
Crossy road.
And then down at the bottom, there's Geralt's health as well. He has hearts. The dragon up there has hearts, right? You also have the spells, the little icons. I forget what they call them. Not glints, but like when you're casting your spells. And they have them down there that'll pop up for you. So it's this idea. Maybe? Yeah, glyphs. Is that right? Possibly. That's what I thought it was too. So you have to hop into them, but I am so bad at doing it. I'm constantly hopping away from it when I should be hopping into it, and hopping into it when I should be hopping away from it. He's constantly moving. So you're choosing if he's moving right or left.
Got you. Okay.
So he's constantly in motion. So then you got to see it coming. Like, oh shit, I got to go over here, but I got to get back there in 3 turns. Or whatever.
Love that.
Oh, yeah. So you're not stopping the screen, tapping the screen to stop him. He's just in motion.
Yes.
Okay. Got
You're just tapping the screen to change left or right on that to accept it. So a very simple game mechanic that's tossed in there on top of then just the choices. And of course, what I love about this is the detail in the stories and then the choices, right? Of Dandelion spinning the yarn, you meet the person. Like I'm rusty on some of this, and I know you have the press release and all this stuff. And not rusty, I mean, I'm discovering as I play, I should say, right? The idea here is that you will get the same base cards sometimes drawn, right? Of like, there's a murderer, find the assassin or whatever in the world, right? And so it'll be different, but when I come back, I'll have the same setup of this guy keeps asking me what would be best to kill a monster and what would kill a man, and like I have the choices to help him or hurt him, but then somebody will pop up and they maybe got killed by that. So then I can do, when I run into that guy, accuse him or keep giving him information to see if that's the thing. But of course that helps or hurts me with the regular people and with the other people over here. It's also separating me from chasing the monsters. Like there's all these plates spinning, and then it's the fact that every run is going to be different based on the cards I have and the story that's being told there.
What were the 4 things on top again? It's humans.
So let me tap it out.
The humans were the second thing is upside down humans.
So the first one, is do humans look on Geralt favorably? The second one is, do non-humans look on Geralt favorably?
So it's just
Then the next one is, do sorcerers look on Geralt favorably? And then the final one, how focused is Geralt on the path to hunt monsters?
Oh,
okay. And so again, you need to try to keep all of those in the middle. Getting them out of whack or whatever will then send it off and then lead to one of the outcomes. As you play, we're covering it right there too. It'll pop up. You meet new characters, and it'll say, "Oh, this character number 1, obviously when you start or whatever, of 86 unlocked." Like there's like tons of people to meet in this game and have them go through. Triss, Yennefer, they are in there too to be met. It's pulling from that game, and really, it feels authentic to the world, and it feels like a fun way for me to re-engage with this world, right? Of what The Witcher is. And as you see right there, there's the numbers popping off on the screen that just went by. The idea is that when a run ends, you get XP based on how good you did, but the XP is going to Dandelion. And so it's leveling him up as a bard, giving him more choices, more options, more cards, because you unlock new cards then too, and what they can do and so on and so forth. And then there's this thing that I'm super not familiar, and they talk about it really briefly in the press. Long story short on all of this is $5.99. It comes out at the end of February, or the 25th, I think?
25th, yep.
And I think it's awesome. I think it's totally worth your money.
Nice.
I can't wait for a review code. I can't wait to delve in deeper with it, right? But I'm still scratching the surface of like and towards the end of my 90 minutes with it, I unlocked the thing of like, okay, cool. Now you can take jobs. So it's like I'm telling the stories in the bars, or I can go to the job board and there's a guy who is having a dinner party and he's like, tell me a story that involves lust and this and that. And so then I go into my deck and I look for cards that would play into, like, I have a thing about romance and I have a thing about battles. And it's like, oh, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. Then now I'm picking the cards to then go tell the story rather than getting a random deal that eventually you can redraw and things. There's a lot going on, and I've just scratched the surface, so I'm very intrigued. It's hitting where I want it to hit right now.
How about just like the Witcher theme itself? How deep into the Witcher are you, right? Are you a diehard Witcher fan? Are you reading the books, watching the show, playing all the games? And like, how well does this scratch that Witcher itch as opposed to just like a generic fantasy tale?
So it reawakened my Witcher itch. So if you've been following on Gregway, I talked about going back to The Witcher 3, right? And kind of being like, oh man, I want a grand adventure because I've been wanting a grand adventure. But it wouldn't have happened without this game. Where it's like I jumped back in. So my Witcher background ride is like we reviewed it or played it at review back in the day. I remember taking my PS4 to MomoCon in Atlanta, Georgia, for Kind of Funny. And it was that I forget if I put 25 or 35 or whatever hours in. I remember the big thing though is I never got out Act 1. I just got so obsessed with all the question marks and side quests that I just kept going and playing and doing it. But then inevitably whatever review came around or whatever event came around and I put it down and never came back to it. Well, that's not true. Show came, watched season 1, fell in love like so many of us. They just dropped the Switch version. I reinstalled on PlayStation, jumped in really briefly, and I forget if it was just like, the combat isn't exactly what I want now in terms of how clunky or not even clunky, how specific it is, right? How unique it is and what they want you to do. Bounced off. And then, I've come back now and it started a new thing. Of course, it was immediately sidelined by 2 reviews, but I liked this so much that I put down Redacted #1 that I was working on to reinstall on Switch and reinstall on PlayStation 5. Goddamn, cross progression. What a fucking lovely thing. You know what I mean? So that I can rock it wherever I am doing wherever I want. And then, I'm into that now and enjoying it. But again, sidelined by 2 other reviews right now. So I haven't gotten deep to it. But the bigger problem is like what I wanted from The Witcher is that narrative and is that story and are those characters and that I want the minutia that I love, right? I want Fables. Like Fable, I think I've talked about it in shows of like in the lead up to the Fable Direct, right? I reinstalled Fable Anniversary and Witcher 3. And so I started Fable Anniversary and I was like, oof, this might be too dated for what I'm looking for right now. Then I went to Witcher 3, played that for a while, and then we watched that Fable Direct and I'm like, damn. This is literally the tone and the things and the memory and the NPCs and the combat. Like, I want this game so bad that was kind of when I was like, you know what? I can pause The Witcher to focus on my 2 reviews again. I've got it not out of my system, but I see now the goalposts. But all that to be said is this game reminded me of how much I like The Witcher and how much I like the world. And more importantly, Mike, I think for The Witcher and me, and especially for Kind of Funny fans who have been here since 2015, the idea that when I started The Witcher 3, I did no homework. I remember in 2015 when The Witcher 3 came, I was dating Christine, and she went back and she played Witcher 1 and she played Witcher 2, and then she was ready for Witcher 3, right? And she loved it so much she would go on to work at CD Projekt Red. And so, like, for me, I was like, I'm just going to jump in. So you just jump in, and it's like, here's Ciri, and here's this, and you're a Witcher, and this. And I remember being like, I don't know what any of this shit means. I'm just going to go do this. And so, like, so much of the story ripped past me that then to go and get into Witcher the show back in the day and and I know they're different, but get grounding of who Yennefer is, who Triss is, what's going on. I was like, okay, set the stages and the stakes and why they're calling him a mutant and all this stuff so much better. That this time coming here, I feel like I'm back around old friends. So it is that thing of like the story hits way harder and me choosing, like so many games are you good? Are you bad? Are you this or that? Like in Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, playing and making those choices of just like, are you going to beg them? Are you going to fucking strong arm them for more money? Are you going to help on the quest or not help on the quest?
I think you said you're going to bang them.
Well, that does come up too.
Yeah, right? I guess, yeah.
It is the idea of like, oh, wow, like I understand what my interpretation of Geralt is and where he is on his mission right now. So for me, it makes more sense of why he would do this and what this shade is and the way I'm coloring. So I'm enjoying the RPG-ness this playthrough far more than I had in my other ones because I feel like I know the characters now and the world.
Well, I want to talk about your next grand adventure, and maybe it is The Witcher you stick all the way through, but I do want to come back.
Yeah, sorry.
Reigns. Just on when I think mobile game, right, Andy, I think of kind of casual, be able to put the phone down, pick it back up at any moment. How does this feel like moment-to-moment gameplay, right? I know it's just a swipe them up, they're calling it, but like, can I put the phone down? Can I turn it off and switch apps?
100%.
Come back to everything? How involved do I really need to be on this?
Theoretically, also, like, could be just a Steam Deck game.
Yeah, it is a Steam Deck. It is a Steam game. It is a Steam Deck game, right? Like, it's out there.
Install it right now.
Yeah.
Or whatever the demo.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, it's out there for both things. It is Steam Deck verified, I believe. Maybe don't quote me on that exactly because I've only done my iPhone. But yeah, like, no, it is very much like shut it down, forget about it, come back. Oh, I'm still in the middle of this run.
Nice.
But it's also the thing where, at least for me, my runs aren't 150 turns. So even if I came back and had lost something, I don't feel like I've lost something. I feel like I'm very much like Dandelion's telling these stories, and if I come back, it's like, okay, cool.
Who the hell is Dandelion?
He's the bard.
But
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
But that's Vesemir?
No, Vesemir is the older Witcher.
Yeah, that's the older Witcher.
He's like
Huh. Damn, I didn't know they called him. I didn't know his name was Dandelion.
Yeah.
Like I watched season 1, I just don't remember that.
Yeah.
I forget. Chat. Is it in the game? Yeah, exactly. In the show, he's not Dandelion. They call him something different.
Yaskir. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I remember that.
Okay, and then let's get to these boss battles. I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Because you talk about day runs, right? We'll just run back these days, right? Building up to 100 days or whatever, a run. It's like Oregon Trail where all of a sudden I fail and I'm back to day 0 and we restart everything.
100%. Because these are stories he's telling, so they have the end. So, especially getting the feel for it originally, you know what I mean? Like there's a quick tutorial, but I'm like, I'm probably talking to Ben and doing whatever. So I kind of, I saw the thing of like, don't fill in the thing, but you fill in the thing and it starts like glowing rainbow colors. I'm like, that has to be good. It's not. That's when they're like, they're fucking pissed that you're helping out the sorcerer so much. They think you're a demon. They hang you. They chop you up. They do this. And then there's all these different unique kills deaths for Geralt that you unlock and have there as well and stuff like that. So no, it's very disposable. I'm trying to figure out if I forget if I can look at my actual leaderboards and see. I think my longest run's only been maybe 20 some days. Like it's in like, days are incredibly quickly as you go. It's about balancing it all and doing it.
Yeah, what does a day look like? How many swipes? Is that a boss battle at the end? I see Andy's currently playing it on his computer. That fast, that easy, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's super easy to jump into, right? No, I mean, it's not even about the days. It's not even about the boss battles. There's ones where like 3 turns in, I have a boss battle. I'm fighting, a drowner or something. And then there's other ones where I just go for double-digit days and die because I said something or did something or wasn't paying attention. And then, this
minigame is super hard.
Right? I
got a sword.
Yeah, you got to okay, so I got to figure out how to get in, how to get out, how to get the glyph, how to get the sword as you go through and do it, but dodge the attacks, right? It's like very, very interesting in a way that a game's just super chill. And like, again, like how chill is it? It's super chill. Like you can sit there and debate and hem and haw your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Yeah, high scores right now, I have 30 days. 30 days. My high score is number 1, 30 days, number 2, 20 days, 16, and then 12.
And do you think that's all in one sitting, or is that a lot?
Yeah.
Doing it, put it down, come back to it. Is it one sitting I can complete a good chunk of it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you can sit there and you get them. You can do multiple in one sitting. Yeah, for sure. And again, it's great for loading screens. It's great for killing time before a podcast. It's great. Like that's what it is, and it's giving. I think the $6 price point's very attractive for what it is. I worry. I'm 90 minutes scratching the surface. What is the repetition? Like, you know what I mean? Like they're dealing with different cards. I'm doing the different things, but I still haven't caught the assassin murder or whatever it is. So it's like, once I do that, I'm pretty sure it's different every time, but is it or is it not? And so a lot of question marks for me still that I would love to get the game and really invest time into, but I'm super high on what I've seen. It seems good. Again, here I'm like, for victories, right? It says, 32 monsters, portrait gallery, 89 characters to encounter, 46 destinies to meet. I've only done 4 of those, so there's a lot of good stuff.
It's one of those where it feels like it'd be perfect if I was in a waiting room.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. I like that.
Now, okay, well, when you first offered me this code, it's like, well, I only have Steam. I don't have iOS.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the Android code, Yeah.
Well, guess what? Reigns, The Witcher, launches on PC, Mac, iOS, and Android on February 25th, 2026 for $5.99.
Preview might have only been test flight.
Oh, okay, got you. That makes
sense. In the same way, I don't understand
a lot of
how
Android devices to account for.
Kansas is over there using a coconut phone. I don't know how Android's
the iPhone like
how they're trying, they're testing stuff.
Greg, any final thoughts on your preview for Reigns the Witcher before we move on? to maybe a grand adventure?
Ooh, again, super into it. One thing we haven't talked about, and I'm sorry, audio listeners, if I'm doing you dirty by not getting. I think the art style is super cute. It is. If you've seen Reigns before, it is that Reigns art style, which I would consider a simplistic one. A cute art style, a fun one, a cartoonish one, but it's very distinct to itself. Maybe even a little South Park, I guess, if they all were Canadians. But as you go through it and do it, like I think it's fun to see everybody having their own identity. I think it's fun to see when Yennefer pops up or Dandelion, like, oh yeah, that's them for sure. Like that makes sense. It's a fun addition to the world, in a world that I think is still so interesting in what they can do with it and the fact that they keep doing cool stuff with it. So I'm super high on it. I'm looking forward to playing the final thing.
Okay, great preview there. Of course, remember, super chat away. If you have any questions for Greg, we'll circle back to those at the end of the show. And also, get ready, because after the ad break, we're going to talk about Greg, Andy, and Mike's next big adventure. What is the game that we should go out on an adventure with? Let me know in super chats. But of course, we couldn't do this without you. And we couldn't do this without our fantastic sponsors. So let's take a word from our sponsors and we'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. Do you know how much money Mike was wasting on hidden subscriptions that he wasn't using? Well, it turns out Mike didn't know either until he started using Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and it helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money tracks your subscriptions and has the ability to cancel within the app with a few taps, saving time and avoiding charges. It automatically categorizes your transactions and tags them to reveal spending patterns and add context. Getting ready to buy the Steam machine? Rocket Money helps you save for big goals by setting budgets and getting personalized insights and regular reports. It consolidates checking, savings, loans, and investments into a single dashboard to give you a clear view of your financial picture. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. Hey you! Join us in person for our live in review of Howard the Duck. That's right! Howard the Duck joins MCU in review Wednesday, January 28th at 7:30 p.m. at Cobb's Comedy Club for SF Sketchfest. You can come watch me do all the podcasts within a podcast you love. Andy will be going do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Nick will be shopping for pants during it. But everybody else will be there too for you to come hang out and see. All you have to do is go over to kindafunny.com/sketchfest right now to get your tickets before they sell out. Because coming watching a bunch of people talk about a very old Howard the Duck movie is really selling tickets fast.
Welcome back, Greg. I think you have a fun one to swipe with me and Andy before we go.
I asked you during break, did I do okay? I felt like I was kind of all over the map, and it's, I want to give the writing credit for how good it is and the situations it does. So here's Hans the peasant is presenting me with this. Whenever witchers are in Banard, which is the town we're in, my clients ask me to bring belt straps to bed and prod them with red-hot pokers, deflate their desires. And then my options on swipes are, we are pretty wild, which would obviously continue the legacy, or we're terrible in bed. To try to do it. And I'm going, we're terrible in bed. You know what I mean? Let that play out. And that moved my stats. But look, now they're upset at me. Now they're getting upset. And look how close I am. I'm too focused on monsters on this run. You know what I mean? It's happening.
I got my stats too high up with humans as I was playing a little while ago. And I want to disappoint the humans, You want to? Yeah, I was like, I got to disappoint them.
They disappointed you?
Yeah. But I did kick ass at the minigame. If you saw me do the minigame.
I saw the minigame.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be real good at that minigame. I can't wait to try it.
I'm excited to see you try that.
Greg, you said that this game scratched an itch for you to want to go back to The Witcher.
Yep.
Of course, I've been watching Andy Cortez streams, and he brought up, hey, I'm looking to play The Witcher 3, maybe on a long stream, downloaded some mods to make it look extra pretty. So it sounds like the two of you are gearing up for a possible next grand adventure. Is The Witcher 3 the right choice for you? Is this where you want to go?
So there's several reasons for it, because I know that I want to have something to be able to say about The Witcher 3 when it comes to the top 100.
Okay.
Whenever we do our final sort of top 100.
Has been knocking on Andy's door a lot. Okay.
And that's why I just played through all of Nier Automata. And The Witcher 3 has always been on that list for me, where it came out around a time where I just wasn't gaming a whole lot. and I know that these games require just a buttload of hours and time commitment. So I didn't really have it at that time, and then it just kind of kept on getting tossed down. And then as I would be on every show, it was, whenever you get the question of what's your deserted island game that you would take with you, it was always The Witcher 3 because I know it would last forever and it would there's a lot of content there for me. But with the rumors of this DLC,
that's my.
I don't know if it's even true or not. Like it's more of just it's mainly top 100, but it would also be great timing for if this possible DLC comes out because I didn't want to wait until right before The Witcher 4 came out because I wouldn't get to vote on this for the top 100, and I feel like I really need to give it its due because I know that it's one of the best games ever, so I really want to give it a shot. I downloaded a bunch of mods for it and made it look extra pretty.
How far are you? Have you not started?
No, I haven't started. No, but I hopped in when it first came to the PS5. Well, when we got the PS5 Switch update or whatever, and I played for maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
But it was around the time of Christmas vacation, I remember. So I played a bit of it back home on my PS5 at my parents' house, and it was just I was in between machines, and I prefer my PC with my controller and all that. So I want to give it like the proper actual shot of like. I want to just dive into this for 12 hours one day. Just like,
see, that's what I need too. That's what I feel like I need too, is just like a clear runway to go ham on it. Because even those couple nights I did it in between my redacted reviews, it's the idea of like, I was talking about scratch the surface on a mobile game, scratch the surface there where it's like, I'm doing things that I remember vaguely doing. I even went and looked at my trophies on PlayStation. I did way better on PS4 than I thought I had with the 20 or 30 hours I had done. And so to come back and be in it, it's like, okay, cool, and really feel it. But it's like the nights where I'm doing nothing but talking to people, right? Which is always a sign of any good RPG. But it is like that thing of like, man, I need a good run. And I feel like this is what killed The Witcher 3 for me before, was just the idea that, well, yeah, but there's things I need to be playing for work. There's things I need to be talking about on content. So it's like trying to find that time to get in there and really get in the weeds with it. Like, where are those gaps? And so, I've been looking for that grand adventure since the new year, which is, very normal for me of like, cool, what is the giant RPG? I keep saying like, I like it when things line up for me in terms of content. So like that Avowed, new game plus, new races, new stuff, like that will scratch the itch, I feel like, but that's still February 17th or whatever. Like there's still so much time before then, which really isn't that much time with other reviews, but I need it now to be playing something and do it. So I don't know. Witcher 3, I want to get back to, but I do have 2 redacteds I'm on right now. And it'll be interesting to be able to talk about Redacted 1 in relation to this when I can, but I can't yet. So that makes it complicated, I feel, and ties my hands on some things. But the other thing in terms of the grand adventure I have, everybody calm down.
Relax.
Talk to me.
I mentioned this in passing on Games Daily today, but it is an actual thought I've been having. I'm playing a lot of Switch right now. Playing Redacted 1 on Switch, and I'm going to play Redacted 2 on Switch, even though both these games are available on other platforms. Yeah. Could play them on other things, but I was like, you know what? Jen hates the ROG. I need to be able to play in bed.
Too loud.
Switch is whisper quiet. I'll stick with that.
Smacking those buttons.
So like the more I'm on Switch, and then Ben, I don't know if you caught Greg yesterday. Ben's obsessed with Smash Brothers now. So I played Smash Brothers all weekend, and I only play as Link. So I'm playing Link, and I'm like, God, I need Ocarina of Time. Do I want to do a replay of Ocarina of Time? But then I catch myself, and I'm like, Greg, you're not allowed to go replay Ocarina of Time until you play Tears of the Kingdom, and you finish Tears of the Kingdom. And so it's like, I need a grand adventure. I feel like
he's making a lot of rules up for this grand adventure, which I appreciate. Sometimes you
a lot of restrictions.
Exactly. It's like, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this. It's like sometimes
I can't, dude.
Case, you gotta just dive in.
You don't understand. I'm CEO. I have to worry about this place and the Gamescast headlines and everything else. So it's like I can't just fucking fuck off for a week and not play Redacted 1 and Redacted 2 and go play a goddamn old game.
Ever heard of Elden Ring? It's a pretty good game.
I mean, here's the thing. You guys bring up The Witcher. And Washburn always yells in my ear. My buddy Wash, he's like, The Witcher 3, Mike. Just play The Witcher 3 for me. I'm very similar to Greg, as I played a lot of Witcher 3, but I got addicted to just chasing down those question marks and figuring out what the hell was going on in that first world. And I burned myself out. But now there's just so many grand adventures that I want to go on, right? I bring up my short list right here. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma 2. Baldur's Gate 3.
Dead silence.
World of Warcraft.
I think you're gonna go fast.
I didn't know what I thought.
World of Warcraft. Baldur's Gate 3.
You played WoW.
I've Crimson Desert.
Are you still paying for WoW?
See, that's the other problem too.
It's like you bring up these, and I'm like, I would love to do The Witcher, but at the same time, what if I did Dragon's Dogma 2? What if I did Baldur's Gate 3 finally? What if Crimson Desert is in March? Why even start this?
It's gold. That's my thing
It's
too.
gone gold, Greg.
Honestly, that was again that you're talking about when I started The Witcher 3 again. But then like 2 days later in that playthrough, Crimson Desert got announced, and I was almost like, oh, maybe I don't want to burn myself out on an open world nights and whatever. I know they're not the exact same, but it was like ugh. And so it is the thing. I mean, what do we want to do here?
What if we played The Witcher 3 co-op?
Okay.
But it's technically not co-op. We just live in Andy's world and watch him do things, but we're not allowed to do things.
They have a co-op mod.
They have a co-op mod, but you can't do anything in it.
Here's what I'm worried about with
watch.
what I'm worried about with Crimson Desert, and in the hour to 2 hours that I played of The Witcher 3, the writing was so sublime.
So good.
And already the characters felt so real, and I'm like, I don't think
Crimson Desert does not have that stuff.
I don't think it's going to have that.
The way the pros and the cons.
Hope I'm wrong.
As much as I want that to happen, right? So that may kind of sour the experience. But this has nothing to do with my first point. But as an aside, I have a feeling that I don't know why I have a feeling like we're gonna get Crimson Desert codes in like a week. I don't know why.
It's out of nowhere. Okay.
I mean,
it feels like one where they're just like, hey, the game's done. We're
Game is March
gonna review
19th.
Okay, well, maybe like a couple weeks.
Okay.
We're gonna give you like a month to play it. You know,
okay.
like I have a feeling that.
And that I agree with. I think if they're confident in it and everything it seems like coming out of Pearl Abyss is they are confident in this, then yeah, we should get it as soon as they're ready because they should want us to experience everything.
But you're a man of content, Andy. You'll hold your viewers back by not giving them the content.
And this is the thing I think about a lot with
You know what I
YouTube.
mean? Well, if you get into Crimson Desert and don't give them The Witcher, because you'll be playing Redacted. We'll call it.
I think about this a lot. How, you guys, as you know
what I mean?
as nighttime streamers, with your second job or whatever. It's like I could never do it because obviously for me, I have, especially with Ben or whatever in life and running the business. I guess I have to.
You think about a rental family?
I'm thinking
every once in a while.
What's that?
Maybe if you hired just like a 6'4".
Oh, a rental dad.
father.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just like look close enough,
More, it's like it's just time for me to cut the cord. You know what I mean? Jen, Ben, entertain yourselves. Why do I have to be the goddamn court jester all the time up here?
I need you to go up to them and be like, "Can I be a bad father for a week? let me neglect you for one week."
Again, for me, it's that balance where it's like, I'm always shocked when I talk to. I feel like I prioritize the games I need to play and want to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like that keeps me current and I'm able to do everything. And you see me play at my desk and block out time. Whereas even for you guys to go home and give up 3, 4, 5 hours streaming something that is old when I know you're trying to make a review, I'm always shocked or impressed by. It's a better word.
I'm gonna make my case for Tears of the Kingdom because I loved Breath of the Wild, and it was one of the best gaming
Me too.
experiences, exploration, discovery. It was truly a magical, like, wow, gaming feels back in the way that we had those, those playground discussions like you did when you were a kid, talking about all the cool secrets you were finding. But it managed to be so magical and amazing despite me not giving a single fuck about what was happening story or character-wise.
Yeah.
And Tears of the Kingdom is all of that with the amazing cutscenes and character. Like, it did all of the... It still managed to recreate the magic and discovery and exploration. When we talk about how, when I played God of War Ragnarok, I was like, it's a better game, but it wasn't as magical as 2018 for me because that was like my first time experiencing that. The same with something like Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yote, where that moment was still so awesome for me. Tears of the Kingdom clears that. Tears of the Kingdom was able to still wow me, and you're able to play it better, and it's gonna look nicer,
of course.
And the story stuff, just I still need to get it clipped out. I've been worried to clip out these things just for spoiler purposes because I want people to experiencing them. But man, it was buckets of tears, man. It was holy shit by the end of it.
Again, remember, I liked Tears of the Kingdom. I did 30 or 40 hours as well into that or whatever. My problem there is the Witcher problem, where I was like, I'm going to do every shrine. And I had a fucking map littered with waypoints, and then I was so lost anymore in what the story was and whatever. That didn't resonate. I walked away for other reviews and stuff. So no, I know that, and I love Zelda. So it's like, I know I need to get back to it. I'm kind of in your camp in a weird way where I like what I've played of The Witcher, obviously, but one of the things that kind of holds me back from turning it on sometimes at night is the fact of like, well, I know this won't be a quick jaunt. This won't be, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to take down this base. I'm going to do this shrine. It's going to be, I'm going to get involved in a conversation and a quest. And if I stop that and come back a week later, I won't remember. So I need to see the quest line through tonight. Whereas I think Tears, even, tell me if I'm out of turn here, the story's spaced out a bit. And it's not, even when I hit a story moment, it's not like I'm locked in for 30 to 40 to an hour in terms of what I played of like finding the teardrop,
you're right.
getting the flashback and doing whatever.
You're getting bits and pieces here and there. I also think that I experienced it in the best possible way with the order that I did things in, where every next reveal was stunning to me because I did it in the right exact perfect order.
And see, I think that's when I come back to Tears, that'll have to be what I do. Is that I'm really, first off, there's two things to do. Number one is follow the story, and like I'm not gonna golden path it. I'm still gonna do shrines, but like I'm gonna keep on the main thing. I'm not gonna do what I did before, which was they want me to go that way, I'm going that way, and I'm gonna unlock everything. And number
two, I'm gonna be a bad father for a month.
No, number two, I'm gonna sit there and get good at combat.
Okay.
Because it's not that I found the combat hard, I just find it clunky and not fun. Like in Tears, and I don't remember Breath well enough to make this comparison, but in Tears, I remember every time I got into battle going, ugh, all right, fuck me. Like I would run away from creatures, not because it was hard, not an Elden Ring thing, just because I just don't like fighting you. This isn't fun. This isn't Ocarina of Time, swing and block, and I'm there. So it's like I need to fucking eat shit for a while, not in terms of losing, but in terms of not enjoying, so that it just becomes second nature and I can kick the shit out of everybody.
It's one of the games where I'm like, not every game needs to control like a Souls-like or a modern action RPG, but this one does. And it's still a masterpiece to me, despite me not loving the combat, you know.
Yeah.
I once I kind of got the hang a bit more, and like, but I was still fumbling buttons all the time and trying to find the right arrow and the right, bomb to throw or whatever. Good ass game though.
I feel like put a few more hours into Redacted 1.
Yeah.
Turn my eyes maybe to Redacted 2, because I don't think that's gonna be that long.
Busy
and then
man.
kick on this. Or maybe fuck them both off and just go, I don't need to do everything. Who do I need to be?
There was...
Talk about The Witcher for a little bit with Andy. He's going to play it. Both of you, we share this adventure with you.
Okay, so what? You want me to fucking just torpedo the other two, Redacted 1 and 2, and we just play The Witcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
You and Andy, for a whole Saturday, play 12 out of The Witcher.
A whole Saturday? I like how that's...
Saturday.
Now it's changed a bit.
You report back to us.
Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing I wish, Mike, is I wish there was a co-op mod for Dragon's Dogma 2.
I know you wanted that
because
you like the four player party,
because that game did everything so perfectly in terms of the wild wackiness of combat.
Yeah,
with everything being so physics based, and I still loved hiring other people's like homies to kind of be a part of your squad.
I know you liked that.
One of my favorite moments was creating Kevin Coelho to be your sidekick and then getting him on my squad. And he was just like a bowling ball, wrecking everything.
Yeah,
like
those are funny streams.
And there's just such a goofiness to the combat that makes like it would only be more fun with friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I really would like maybe there is a mod or something like that, but I really wish that game that I could have experienced that with friends because I did fall off near the end of it.
We're throwing some things in the pot. We want good writing with a story. Maybe share the experience with our friends. Clearly, combat is a big for you guys.
Well,
because I was going to put, sounds like we're just building Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, see, I love Baldur's Gate 3 combat. I like that style of. I like the spontaneity and the improvisation of. I guess I could shoot the rope up there. Oh my God, it's the platform cuts down and now it lands on. I love how interactive everything is. I really want to do either Divinity Original Sin 2, right?
2, that is correct.
Am I mixing that up with the other one?
No,
Path
you're
of
You're thinking of Pillars of Eternity.
Man, I always fuck it.
Pillars of Eternity, Path of Exile.
Too many ofs, But Divinity Original Sin 2 is one that I want. That when that sort of had its kind of remaster or whatever the hell it was recently, where they kind of like, I think Larry
put it on more platforms. Too.
Yeah. Larry kind of had a little bit of a marketing phase with it. I want to do a full ass campaign of that, or just Baldur's Gate 3, and it's like we play it seriously and we don't kill every NPC. We can kill NPCs, but like not every one of them.
Yeah, me and Roger can't make that promise.
Yeah, I mean you're evil. Yeah,
Me and Roger will be evil.
yeah.
Tyson from hell, his father was Satan. Of course, he's going to be evil, Andy. I mean, like, what do you want?
Bryce Tyson was the
I'm rolling.
Yeah.
I'm role playing.
Yeah, I tried over break Baldur's Gate 3 again, where I knew I wanted the grand adventure and I wanted the writing and I did all stuff, and I jumped in and immediately got to that first combat section. I was like, all right, no, this is why I just can't do this. I just cannot deal with how this controls.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
if? What if?
Okay.
Well, I don't. Okay, you and Roger are going to go on a grand adventure with Skyrim
Grand adventure.
later in the year.
He was pumped up on the Switcher co-op or Witcher co-op, but it's not true co-op like that.
Because I just want to do a Baldur's Gate like
Mm-hmm.
big ass marathon.
Okay. Why are we avoiding the endless gobstopper? Why are we avoiding the goat of goats? Why are we avoiding a game that changed an industry? Why are we
Are you talking about
avoiding?
Skyrim?
No. Why are we avoiding a Titan? Why aren't we playing World of Warcraft right now? Like, ask yourself why you're not an Azeroth right now.
Because it's not like
why
that.
you're not role playing as a blood elf or as a Tauren.
Hey.
And you're battling for the Horde.
I
and you're
downloaded
going
it.
in,
I did multiple nights playing with it. Jen
And
came
you
down
got
to play.
my controller.
I
I'm
did
proud of
the
you.
I did the co-op.
I'm
I did
proud
the
of you.
controller mod. I'm good.
proud of you.
I'm good.
Why are we not playing the greatest game of all time?
I mean, because the next time we do,
Go.
it has to be the permadeath sort of thing.
You died.
I
You
died
very
4 times.
early.
I died several times. I had to restart so many times. But like, it's just not like that. I don't seek World of Warcraft for that. You know, I'm
Dungeon.
immersing myself into it.
Pets, mounts.
It's a different experience for me.
It's a great experience, special experience.
It's an awesome experience, but it's not what I'm seeking whenever I'm thinking about what I get out of something like Baldur's Gate 3.
Interesting.
Because I'm just
Okay.
I'm not reading dialogue. I don't give a shit about what's happening in World of Warcraft. You're
Well,
playing
you
with
could.
friends.
You could.
Yeah, no, but
Big world.
you're playing with friends though, and that theoretically we would still be playing with friends in Baldur's Gate 3 if we were to do
True.
it. But I don't know, it just feels, I don't know.
Sometimes you got to lock in. Here's my problem: is you guys bring up The Witcher, and I don't think I'm going for The Witcher. I like The Witcher a lot. I don't think I'm going back for it.
Okay.
I think I'm heavily leaning into my next grand adventure to be Dragon's Dogma 2.
Interesting.
I really liked what Andy brought up with the 4-player party, kind of creating your own sidekick character, having others come. This is one that I didn't spend a lot of time in that I would like to try, and in hopes that I fall in love.
Dude, it is so hype. Like the stuff that happens in this game, just action-wise, are the stuff that's like, it's content creation dream. Like when things happen in this game, you're just like, holy shit! I got on top of the griffin to start stabbing me in the neck, and now I'm flying across the land with it, and I just hope I don't fall down because I'm just up here on this damn bird. It's an awesome video game, man, and I think it just kind of started losing me with the story.
I think that's where I sacrifice story for more gameplay and moment to moment, right? In the combat side of things. So that's like The Witcher clearly has the story that you want. You have Witcher 4 coming up. It's like I'm willing to sacrifice that for a little more combat oriented.
Dude, I think you will, if you got super into it. Now, I think one of the downsides was it was a little bit too much of a good thing with the combat because you were always getting kind of interrupted into fights.
No quiet moments.
Yeah, like I wish, it's weird to say that like I want less of this good thing, but it did kind of spoil how good that thing is when you're constantly, you know, if I'm eating pizza every day, you know, you're like, it definitely was too much of a good thing where you couldn't run, you know, 50 yards to 100 yards without, you know,
Someone's
another
fucking coming at you.
yeah, another sort of, you know, here's an encounter with some big ass monster.
My Far Cry 5 problem. Just trying to
Oh,
go
really?
anywhere and a fucking turkey's chasing you. Like, go away.
But it was still so badass, and there's like a lot of wow moments with what some of the monsters do. There's just one. I'm adventuring through a cave at one point, and I hear like some growling, and this big like fucking almost Yeti dude starts like fighting me, and then jumps up and then like sticks on the wall. And like, whoa, dude, this is crazy looking. I can't believe that. I think Capcom just really kills it with sort of with how those encounters kind of, you know, can be so unique, and it's not just dragon and bipedal guy that's gonna like punch you or
Gotcha,
whatever. You know?
gotcha.
A lot of great games out there, guys. The issue is stepping up to the end of the diving board and taking a leap and saying, I'm committing to this.
It's not that I'm not committed. It's just there's always another review, game, preview, whatever that's coming around.
Crimson Desert, that it is. If that's
Sure.
how it is, Crimson Desert right around.
I mean,
the corner.
I was frantically going through the schedule, right? It
Yeah.
seems like after February. No, that's not true.
Crimson Desert will deliver on all of the combat stuff that Dragon's Dogma does.
Yeah.
It is very physical. It is
Yeah.
very like you fucking uppercut that enemy, and if you uppercut the enemy and the enemy hits another enemy, they are going to hit each other and stumble. Like it has all those physical properties.
They already got me from Black Desert Online. I'm already a believer in this team. It's more just a story like we've talked about. It's like, can they deliver on the narrative? Can they deliver on the writing with the NPC?
With the exception of Avowed, the week of the 16th doesn't look terrible. February 16th. Maybe the week, I would like to say the week before, maybe you could start in, but there's a lot of stuff happening there that I'm sure we're all playing and doing stuff with too.
My birthday, February 16th.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Greg's birthday's coming up. Have you thought about getting him something?
When's Greg's birthday?
3 months from today.
Oh.
Big deal.
We're talking about maybe pizza place sweatshirts from everybody's
You
hometown.
could get him.
Today's Roger's birthday, right?
No, that was last week.
No, it's today.
Today.
Might be today.
Happy
birthday,
what the fuck
Roger.
kind of friend are you? It's on the calendar.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Roger.
birthday, Roger!
You filmed the
Happy
buzz.
birthday!
And you say happy birthday, you know what I mean? That's your happy birthday. We already gave him the happy birthday.
Gotcha. Okay, that
when
makes
you
kinda
film it
sense.
on the buzz, you already got
When
it.
the buzz gets recorded, that's the day.
That's the day.
I
Watch the
understand
buzz.
that.
Keep up with all the
Watch
kind of
the
funny
buzz.
content. Thank you to everybody that tuned in on, of course, a very fun preview that is coming to your phones and PC as well with The Witcher. If you want to get engaged with the story and the world some more, that's a fun way of doing it. And of course, helping us kind of navigate our grand adventure, seeing the pitfalls, seeing what's holding us back from jumping into some of these things, and also seeing in our minds what we want to play next.
Yeah.
What is that big
Yeah.
one? I look forward to seeing more and hearing more. But guess what? If you're a kind of funny best friend out there watching live on YouTube and on Twitch, we're not going anywhere. We have more fun coming your way. And we got a great one, Andy, because you're going to sit down for a kind of funny podcast where you go inside of a man, inside of Nick Scarpino.
Excited here.
How healthy is he?
What's that colon look like?
What's he looking like right there? I feel pretty good about it. And then after that, more streaming fun with me and Andy and so much more. Greg, you had something before we
Sorry, I put in assets a long time ago because during the ad break, somebody was like, Greg really needs to look at Emberville. This was announced today. I saw the IGN article, and I already wishlisted it before I went on all the shows. But to be clear, the IGN article reads, Emberville announced for PC aims to be like Diablo Light meets Stardew Valley. And I'm incredibly intrigued for this.
I was DM'd by the one and only Co Carnage and said, check out the game that I'm working on.
What?
Yeah.
No way. This looks
I
awesome.
think he's
Wow.
like producing it or something.
Look at me, Louie, over here.
Yeah, look at me.
Very excited to
Damn.
this early access
Rubbing elbows with the
this
big
summer.
stars.
So look, keep your eyes peeled on that. Go wishlist it right now like I did.
Mike and Greg over here chop liver.
Here we go. Doesn't even know Roger's birthday.
I recorded on the buzz.
Yeah, that's all you get from me, Roger.
And with that, kind of funny best friends, we will be back for more gaming discussions on another kind of funny Gamescast tomorrow. But don't go anywhere. Kind of funny podcast coming at you right now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long.
Good
Farewell.
luck.